What's going on, guys? I'm Dylan with Constrictor Culture, back with another video for you guys. And for today's video, I'm going to talk about why you should properly invest into females at the beginning of getting into this over buying males. So when you're first starting out and you're getting into more of like the breeding side and want to learn more and get into future projects and stuff you want to do and so forth. So the reason you want to buy females over buying males in the beginning, for the simple reason is a female will take on average around 2 to 3 years just to get up to size and be able to start producing eggs and so forth for you. Whereas if you were to go and buy a male right now, it would take him 6 months to a year just to get up to size and going. So if you were to go and buy a one male and one female, that female is going to take double the time, if not 3 times the time it takes for this male to get up and going. So that's why in the very beginning you should think about what you're going to plan with, like plan out the male you want to get and then the females that you want for that project, and then start buying those females for that project and build there. And then when those are around like 2 years old, give or take, then buy your male, because by that time the females will be around the same time to be able to start producing as that male when he's able to start reproducing. So that's why you want to invest early on into like female heavy. And like for my instance, right now I have four males and I have about 40 females, give or take some. The males that I'm using, I have like, I want to say about 10 in a sense females that would be for that male, and then other ones can overlap to if something needs to be filled or so forth. And not all those females that I have at this moment are ready to go. They're like a lot of grow-ups that I have right here. So having that whole like thing of females coming up, you're gonna get a ton of females going up at one time, and then you're gonna start reproducing. You're gonna go from like a couple clutches to X amount. That's a lot. Let me show you a couple females and the size difference, just so you can understand like why it takes so much longer for a female and so forth for a male, and like give you an average of the time base and so forth. So some babies I just hatched out. Let me show you one of the right here. So this right here, just it's an ivory. It could be possible Hidden Woman, Mystic, Pastel, and Banana. But you can see just how small. It's around 50-60 grams right now. So this is pretty much as small as they get in the sense of, or as young as they are. It's only like 3 weeks old right now. So you got to think into the long run. This is going to take around 2.5-3 years to just get up to size. And you got to plan for that. Where, let me get you a male. So, a male right here, this guy just sold for me. I just sold him. But this is about a 6-month-old male right here. And he's sitting around 500 or almost 600 grams right now, and he's pretty much almost ready to start pairing. You can start pairing him right about now in a sense. Doesn't mean he's gonna go, but he has a chance of going. And I've seen some that go at like 400 grams and some that go at like, they don't go till after 1,000. It just varies with each snake. But like you can see the difference in 6 months, just if they're a good eater like how he is, how big they are and quick they will grow up to their size. Put him back. But for like females, so I have some about year old right now, like this girl. Oh, you made a mess. But pull her out. So this girl right here, one of the crazy powerhouse girls I have. She's around a year old right now, getting close to it, and she's sitting around like 700-800 grams almost, give or take some. But you can see the difference in the size. She's definitely got some more girth on her right here through her body. Definitely a lot more size on this girl. So you can tell the difference in like how long it takes. And they all grow relatively at the same pace. Some will grow a little bit quicker than others for the general fact of how they eat, how they metabolize all the food, and so forth, like how they go about their bodily functions. I'll show you guys one that is like just now getting up to size, but I'll show you a comparison of the two because these two were bought around the same time, and this one is young. The one on the top is younger than the one right here. Or no, the one on the top is older than the one on the bottom. And I'll show you the difference in size. It's kind of crazy to think about it, but this just shows you how much quicker some can grow than others. So let me get her out. I think I've showed her off in like the last video or two. So this girl right here, just simple pastel pied, but she's almost 2,000 grams right now. Not a fat girl. She's putting on size right now more because I'm pretty sure she's about to go for me. She's had some successful locks, but she's a 2-year-old, a little more than 2, and you can see how thick. She'll be probably one of my most massive girls I have. She'll just be one of those big old pies that you have and you keep. She's getting pink in the belly right now, so that's a good sign for me. Put her back. And then this girl is older than that one that I just showed, and you can see she's smaller actually than the other one. If I can get her out, she's hiding. Put this big. So this girl right here, she's sitting around 1,500 grams right now, 1,500 grams. But you can see the difference in size comparison. Even though she is older, she's less weight, and she's a smaller snake than what the pastel pied girl is. And it just shows you how differently they grow at their rates. Like, every snake's gonna grow at a different rate. It's not gonna be the same. Just because she's older doesn't mean she's gonna be bigger. Some don't get very much bigger than a certain amount of grams, and they'll kind of stay at that wall for a while. They'll slowly grow more and more, but they're gonna kind of cap out at that wall and they won't get past it. Where some of your girls will keep eating like champs and keep going. And like this girl, when she went off food for me for, I want to say about 2 or 3 months, and then where this girl never went off food and was just pounding and pounding and pounding and kept going. So she continued to get nutrition and keep growing, as where this one didn't. So that's kind of a general picture of why you should get your females up to size and your females before. Because you get a male and he's as big as that, that's when he can start going. Where you need your females around 14 to 15, give or take, 1,500 grams. So there's a big difference right there in the size comparison and the time it takes. So that's just a general picture of like how and why you should. It's just a long project of like thinking long term. You want to plan things properly versus just buying this and then buying that and then buying this male, and then you have 2 males and you only have 1 female or something like that. But just if you can't find the female you're looking for at the moment, think of something else that would go with that project that you want to work with, and invest into that, and go from there. It'll help you long run wise, and it'll save you money long run wise, because you're not putting money into a male that you can't use at that moment. So that's just a general picture of everything of what you should do. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment, even share the video. Follow us on IG at constrictor_culture, and peace.